y'all? It's your girl Robin the Heart, and I'm in Miami, Florida, and I'm with, well, I guess I'm the guest technically because I'm in your house. So
yeah.
I'm
the Live House store.
I'm at the Live House store with the one and only Billion Berg. How you doing?
Fine. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you
How
for
Miami
having
treating
me.
everybody for rolling live?
So far, so good. So no complaints thus far. Yeah, no, it's been great thus far. So we'll see. We still got, so early.
Yeah.
We still got the whole weekend.
Kick off.
So first of all, thank you for meeting with us and letting us come check out your spot.
My pleasure. I done came through DTLR a lot, so I ain't sure.
Yeah.
I came through my spot a lot.
We like that. We like that.
I came through y'all spot a lot, man.
Yeah. So y'all could just understand, just a minute ago, it was pretty cool. Like, not that I said anything to you, but I was just thinking like, wow, we're just standing here chilling, and we're again in your store, and we're watching your video that literally just dropped today.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're just chilling here with you, watching your video that just dropped, like, in your store. That's dope.
Yeah,
How many people do that?
It's about creating experiences. That's what I wanted to do when I started the Live House movement. I wanted to have the music, the merch, the physical location, like Miami is a tourist town, you know what I mean, and people don't do enough to cater to the tourists, like people from Miami don't do enough to cater to the tourists, and I always wanted a spot for like people to just come vibe and kick it, smoke some hookah, vibe out, listen to the music, cop a shirt or two, get the full experience so you can leave back home and say, yeah, this is what we was doing, we was down in Miami, because a lot of artists don't got that. And I feel like we need it, as far as Miami, because it is a tourist town, because people don't want to. I done had a studio for the last 6, 7, 8 years, and when artists come in town, they ain't trying to work, you know what I mean? They just trying to ride jet skis, run through a couple of spots, clothing stores, a couple of clubs, and that's it.
Right.
So that's why I felt like I needed a spot for people to come by when they come in town.
Right. Well, I think it was very.
It's serving its purpose, though, right?
Yeah, I think it was very smart of you because you've had the store for a while now, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like you just, because I feel like more people are trying to do that now, but
we
you
solidified
innovated with it. It's like you didn't have.
I had started my clothing brand in 2011 or 2012, and then we opened up the store in 2014, like 5 years ago. So
like I said, a lot of people are just now trying to do that. And
they laid. When Jay-Z opened the 4040, they was sleeping when Jay-Z opened the 4040, And then it's been uphill for him ever since. Nip, R.I.P. He had the store. I seen like Art, Future, all them guys from the West Coast. Drake had the store. I guess you gotta have that solidification, man. You gotta put it, like that physical spot in the streets. All these rappers call themselves dope boys and, big bosses, but y'all ain't got no spots. Since day one, all the big bosses had somewhere to pull up to, whether it was a pool hall, whether it was just a little, boom, boom room or anything. All the bosses had a physical spot for people to come touch you. You gotta be accessible,
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. Obviously, it's working out.
Yeah.
You're still here. So, and one thing that I noticed is a lot of times you do discounts specifically for students.
Yeah, we do the 30% off for all students from kindergarten all the way up to college. You bring a little school ID, we'll look out for you because we do it anyway. You can't really charge the students top dollar, especially these kids and college kids and stuff like that. I know how it is, money be kind of tight, but I still want them to support. I'd rather a student wearing my stuff than a lot of people. Well, I don't want everybody wearing it, but the students, that's the youth. The youth will keep us alive. Yeah.
No, when I saw that, I thought that in itself is dope right there.
Yeah.
Just knowing that you are willing to give discounts to students, I was like, oh, that in itself is dope. Because you go to these big branding stores, they're not doing that. They don't care who you are. You're paying.
Yeah, you gotta pay that.
So, okay, what is the responsibility on your shoulders knowing that, I feel like anytime you hear about Miami and Miami artists, your name comes up. I feel like that's responsibility right there.
Yeah, that is. No, I think it just comes from consistency, a lot of Miami artists, especially the ones that started before me around the time that I did, they probably would have been just as strong. But they wasn't consistent. You know what I mean? A lot of Miami artists, they get a bubbling record in the region and feel like they made it, but it's a whole couple more continents we gotta go. I ain't even talking about the states that's in the United States, but we trying to be worldwide with it. You know what I mean? So I feel like my job never done. Like you say, when you walked in here, it was a new song from me playing when you walked in here. And it's gonna always be like that. If you walk in here 2 weeks from now, it's probably gonna be a new song that just dropped from me, because I just always want to be consistent.
Right.
You know, consistency is key. A lot of people feel like they just need to make that one banger and just push that one. They don't understand that if you make that one banger, if you drop another banger, that other banger gonna help the last banger.
Right.
You know, the biggest form of promotion with this music stuff is the stuff that you put out. You know, that's how you promote your craft, by putting out more good stuff. That's how I look at it, brother. A lot of people don't believe in that. A lot of people believe in, oh, this is my single, and they just spend 7 months of their life just pushing the same song.
Right.
I feel like that's boring. It's a waste of time. Well, for me, it's boring and it's a waste of time. I just like to put out new stuff. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, that's where my glory comes from.
Yeah, there's obviously, there has to be a science to it, and I think you're correct. I think when people just push singles and that's it, yeah, people are going to be very familiar with the single, but they might not know who you are at the end of the day. They know the song, but not you. So when you keep pushing out the music over and over, they're going to know who you are. They're going to have to know who you are. So, I mean,
and that make your fans proud. Like, how if you already acquired one fan, how long can you promote that one song?
Right.
If you already acquired one fan, like you got this one fan, but you tell me, hey Berg, look at my new single, and I be like, okay, I like it. And I'm just following your Instagram and Twitter, and you just still promoting the same song for 7 months. What I'm supposed to do?
Right.
Keep listening to that 3 minutes? I don't want to keep listening to that. You know, so.
After a couple weeks it gets old.
Yeah, after a few listens it get old. But if you put out 10 more songs, I'm like, oh, she got another one. Oh, she got another one. Oh, yeah, this is my favorite artist. You know what I'm going to do? Pull my phone out to my brother. Hey, you need to get up on, she dropped nothing but bangers. Hey, you need to get up. I'm going to be your fan, your street team from here. Be consistent.
Right.
I'm just speaking from experience. That's how my fans do.
No, and obviously you have lots of experience because you've been in the rap game for a minute.
Yeah, I signed my first record deal in 2007. Yeah, so that was 12 years ago. I'm 30 years old. Yeah, so I signed my first record deal when I was 18, like 17, 18.
Nice. Okay, well, you're still consistent.
Yeah.
Again, that's the key. So, like we were just talking about, you just dropped a song today.
Yeah, it's called Nobody Else. It's featuring my artist Bushy B and Major 9. You know, they like the two hottest artists coming up from Miami right now in the streets and stuff. Like the streets responding to their music crazy. So, you know, I only felt like it was right, and us three got a real solid working relationship. You know, Chad with Major 9 and Bush got a couple songs out together. I got a couple songs out with Chad, with Major 9, and Bush, you know, we got numerous of music together. So I feel like it was a good time for all three of us to put out a big banger with a video, and it's being real impactful. The numbers going real good, you know.
Absolutely, and I mean, it makes sense for right now. Definitely have that summer vibe.
The summer vibe,
This summer, it makes you just wanna, you know,
get you right for the summer.
You know, be by the water. So definitely perfect timing.
Thanks.
And then at the end of the month, you have a new project dropping.
Yeah, on May 27th, I'm dropping. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Well, not I'm on my way. It's called On My Way. You know, it's like my favorite famous slogan. I got a share right now. I got a Facebook post with like 200,000 shares or 200,000 interactions of people just like making fun of me, the other half defending me and stuff like that. And that's why I really named the album that, just so it could, like, you know, have people talking, you know, because, you know, everybody always say, oh, Berg been on his way forever. How long he gonna get there? Oh, man, Berg, you still on your way, and this, that. So I feel like, you know, I'm finna name my album this and let people run rapid with it. And that's what they doing. But it's all just like, you know, I always say I'm gonna be on my way forever.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna be on my way forever. I feel like Oprah's still on her way.
Yeah.
Jay-Z's still on his way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like if you never content, you'll relate to that saying, I'm on my way, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it makes
late great Nipsey Hussle. His stand was marathon.
Because it's a never-ending story.
It's a journey, not a destination.
Right.
People say, when you gonna get there? I don't even know what there is. They don't know what there is.
Right.
You know, a lot of people that God has a there in their mind is really the ones who might get content. They might say, oh, I want a big house and a nice car. What? I want it, of course. Of course, I'm gonna get it if I keep grinding, but that ain't when I'm stopping at. Just when I buy my big house and big car, that don't mean it's gonna stop.
Right.
You know, I want a castle on each continent. That might be what there is.
There you go. Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I want a store in every state.
Why not? Right? I like it. I like it. Okay, so I'm sorry. Oh, I thought I did too.
It's alright.
Okay, so you've been independent for a while now.
Yeah, well, since 2012, technically. But even before then, I was like independent because I was going, you know, I was footing my own bill since I signed the deal.
Okay.
Even before I was footing my own bill.
So what do you think has been the most impactful thing that you've learned since you've been independent? That you think that maybe, let me restate that. Has there been any kind of difficulty that you think you faced by being independent that maybe you wouldn't have faced if you still signed?
Yeah, of course. Every day independent is not easy at all. Like I say, like it's 100% up to me and my team financially. You know, when our budget run dry, we don't have nobody to ask for a bigger one or another one. You know, because we ain't working off nobody else's money. We working off our money. We working off our time. We working off our muscle. We working off everything is up to us. It's 100% up to Ice, Billion Berg, and Live House. So, you know, that's the hardest thing. But, you know, all that comes with, like, just learning money more and budgeting and learning how to cut certain corners and learning how to save certain expenses, you know, and just having bases and points in all the markets we go to. You know what I mean? You got to have relationships set up in the different markets. I could go on and on with it, but it's just like a lot of work. It's probably like, I'd say over like 40 to 60% more work than being a signed artist.
Right, because you're doing everything yourself. You're hands-on, like you said.
But I can't say like being a signed artist is hard work too, you know? But it's like you're really working for other people, so to say. You know, you got this company gonna say, well, in the month of May, you need to be here. We don't care about you being sick. We don't care about you having a child. We don't care about it. Just be here. And you getting paid this, that.
Right.
With us, it's like our hustle determine our salary. You feel me?
Right. And I could just, you know, hear with what you're saying and even like past interviews that I've seen that you've done, that you're very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
You know a lot. And
Thank you.
Thank you. You know, because if you listen to you'll really put people on just by what you're saying. So I would think that you've gained a lot of that, like you said, just being independent and really doing this yourself.
Yeah, it come from just like grinding, you know. But a lot of things that come from just like basic hustlenomics. You feel me? Like a lot of these artists say they such a big dope boy, such a big boss, such a big trapper in the streets, when they don't really know basic hustling. They don't know how to make one turn into 3 or 4. And when I see that, it's like, that go against their music. I don't even want to hear their music. Like, it's like you say you a hustler, but you had to get this chain and this car and this shit from this person, and you ain't even learning how to make the money that you make more.
Right.
So I don't respect you as a hustler. You feel me? I feel like if I was out there rapping all this hustling and grinding talk, and I can't display real life hustle and grind, what good is my music?
Right.
You feel me?
Right. I think you should go into consulting.
Yeah, I want to, but until then, I just do it for the artists I got working on my label, and we just run it up.
Of course.
And then, you know, that make them want to sign and work with the company anyway, once they see what type of knowledge and what type of team and fan base they got access to.
Right.
You know, because that's my real goal, is to be a powerful CEO and a powerful music executive, opposed to just being a good artist. You know what I mean?
Right, absolutely. No, like I said, I mean, you can tell that you're a businessman, because again, not only are you, you know, on top of the music, you're staying consistent with it, you're smart about it, but again, you have your own store, your own line, and you already have this for, you said 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years,
again, this is not just overnight.
Nah.
You've been thinking in a business like
Yeah.
manner. So what, I know you said talking about being a CEO, do you have any other avenues of business you want to start?
Yeah, of course, fashion. You know, that's why we really opened the store. Well, not why we really opened the store. I'll tell you why we really opened the store, but it had a lot to do with opening the store, because I always had a passion for fashion. You know, when I was in middle school, I used to make outfits for people. Like, people would bring me blank shirts and blank pants and stuff like that, and I'd like take the fabric paint and draw on it and stuff like that. I was charging like people like $100 and $150 for an outfit, and they was paying it like all throughout my school and other schools and stuff. And I was making a lot of money from there, you know. So I just fell in love with a hustle, and you know, you gotta have a storefront, you gotta have products to push if you want to, you know, keep them different streams of income coming. You gotta have a couple different things, you know,
exactly.
a couple different avenues. So we deal with the merchandise side of it, the music side of it, and you know, just like the media period, as far as short films, I'm really wanting to get into.
Really?
Yeah, that's the one endeavor that I've been having a little trouble really getting in, because I've been so overwhelmed with like doing merchandising and music and shooting videos, that I know once I get in the film aspect of it, it's going to slow me down on everything else. And I know that it's not going to be easy, because I study 50 Cent moves when it comes to film and media and television. And if you look up his track record, he probably had like 30, 40, 20, 30 movies that he executive produced and acted in before Power came out.
Right.
So that show you like how much trials and tribulations he went through to get to where he at with that game, you know?
I'm sure he would say it's all worth it now. You know?
Yeah. I know it's there, because that's the ultimate thing. That's what I want to see all rappers in. Get into like the acting field and the multimedia, film, television vibe, because I hate seeing rappers get too old.
Right.
You know, when I say old, as in a mind state, like when you hear like 35-year-old rappers still talk about pushing bricks, which you know they're not doing, because if you would, you wouldn't have to rap, and slinging iron, we know you ain't slinging iron like that. So like when you see these dudes like just talking about the same shit they've been talking about since the age of 16, 17, it get kind of like redundant and repetitive and just boring. And you're like, damn, bro, just go act in a movie or something. You know, Denzel could never get too old. Morgan Freeman could never get too old. De Niro could never get too old. But like when it comes to rap music, you can get too old, especially if you ain't rapping your life. The reason why Jay-Z's still living so long through his music is because he rapping his life. You know what I mean? He really talking about the $250,000 walkthroughs at a nightclub. Like, what artist able to talk like that? You feel me? Jay-Z talking about the trials and tribulations he go through his wife. That's grown man shit. Building estates in California and stuff. That's grown man shit. We don't want to hear shit that you was doing 17 years old on the block.
Right.
You feel me? So that's my ultimate thing, is to get in the movies before it's all said and done with. And really like dominate that. And that's really what I want to do. But I want to put like a John Singleton effect on it, but for South Florida and Florida, you feel me? Because I feel like Florida haven't been showed on the big screen enough.
Right, no, they really haven't, honestly.
Yeah, it hasn't.
I don't think we don't get the tax breaks, right? Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
I don't really know what it is with Florida, but
I think that has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Taxes don't run over here. For
gotta
that.
be right. Cause it's like, damn, it's like we would never really see Florida on the silver screen like that, you know. We did with Bad Boys, Shotters, I'd say it wasn't that really big, but yeah, that's probably like it. Like like Tony Montana and shit, but like from a urban perspective, we never really seen Florida on the big screen for real.
Right. Well, I hope you really bring that to life and make it happen.
Yeah, that's one of my challenges and goals right there.
Absolutely. But again, I feel like you're already ahead of the curve because you've already had this mindset. You're already investing your money, and a lot of artists, you see them go through their whole career and they never figure that out.
Yeah, they be blowing their money crazy. And that's what I say I deal with too with the question you asked me earlier, like the troubles of an independent artist. That's what it is. It's like a lot of times the independent artists don't look like we doing that good compared to a lot of rappers. You know, these guys walking around with $100,000 worth of jewelry. Half of the time, they didn't even pay for it all. They get fronted from a jeweler or fronted from their record company and shit. And when you see a guy like me, you know, I got nice stuff, you know, but you know, they want the shiny shit. So it's like the fans will like look at me and be like, oh, Berg might not be doing that good because he ain't got the bling blow and shit. Not knowing like Berg paid for his shit, Berg own his shit, he don't owe nobody for his shit.
Exactly.
And Berg shit really worth something. I could be in the middle of Africa and I need to get back home. I need like 15, 20 for this right quick and I'm back in America with no problem. These guys wearing all that shiny light shit, that shit ain't worth nothing when it comes to like monetary value, you know?
I agree. What's yours is yours. I mean, it's almost like comparable to owning and renting.
Yeah, renting. Yeah, you know, this guy down got renting a big crib, but he got to be up out of there in 12 months.
Right.
You know, me, I'm gonna be here forever, even if it's not that big. You feel me?
That's yours. I like
So
it.
yeah, but it's like the independent thing cool though. I love it, man, because it's like it give me time. You know, I'm not really a people person, and I never had a 9 to 5 in my life, like ever, never. And I won't probably operate well with being signed to a person and they tell me I gotta go on 3-4 tours in 1 year and drop 2 albums and do this and do that. I probably fold under that pressure of somebody telling me what I have to do.
Right. You want everything to be organic and how it comes to you naturally.
My lifestyle. Everything's gotta be lifestyle.
Well, again, I think that thus far you're doing a great job, and there's many people that wish they could follow this good stuff.
And they can. They just gotta work hard. You know, a lot of people ain't about wishing. It's about doing it. You know, it ain't hard. Like nowadays, like we got all this digital stuff. You got cameras everywhere. You got 5 or 6, 7 homeboys that probably wouldn't mind being your cameraman. You got endless pavement and stuff. You can shoot videos. The studios ain't that hard to get in. You know, you spend $1,000, you got a setup where you can record quality just as good as mine. You feel me? It's just about doing it and not being lazy. You know, that's the line between this independent shit and just hoping to get signed by. And then now the thing is, like, big record companies not even signing you if you don't show that you have a work ethic.
Right.
They don't even want to partner up with you if you don't have no good work ethic.
Yeah, they don't want to invest.
Yeah, they ain't gonna invest in people who ain't got no work ethic right now because they know content is king. The more content you get, the more money you generate. So.
Right. So moral of the story is, if you're not about it, you're not gonna do it, right?
And that make it better for people like me that really work and really get all the stragglers out the way, man. You know, go do something else, man. You know, ain't no hard feelings. Go find something else to do. We ain't tripping.
Exactly. They can work for you, right?
Yeah, they can work for me. You know, mop or something. We ain't tripping.
He said mop or something.
We ain't tripping.
Okay. So one thing, again, you're very knowledgeable. You're about your business, and I know you're not jumping on the bandwagon because I've seen again from years ago. You were already talking about, of course, Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
How did his death affect you?
Man, it had me in the crib solid for like 4 days. Solid,
Really?
like in the crib, like just like trying to make sense of it all. And then it's still affecting me every day. I got to be on extra high alert. Now, being that I got a store and just like, it brings you down and remind you that, yeah, you is mortal, you is touchable. Please beware of your surroundings.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it made me like question a lot of people that I know, because apparently Nipsey Hussle knew that guy
Right.
that took his life and stuff. So, you know, it really affected me hard, but yeah, it put me down in, like, I ain't worked for like 4 days, 5 days. Yeah, I ain't do nothing. Like, I was just in the crib watching Game of Thrones and just drinking and smoking for like 4 days straight, like really mourning because, like, you know, I met him too. I met him like 3 times. And we chopped it up. One time he came down here, you know, and I just like was a fan of his music also too. So yeah, it really hit me, man. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. He get major play in my car, in my story, in my crib, everywhere. You know, I'm gonna like rep him forever for the rest of my life.
Of course.
He was one of a kind.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, he, you know, had major impacts on plenty of people who've never even met him. You know what I mean? And I think there are, I'm not gonna lie, I think there are some people who kind of jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people who just.
Yeah, a lot of people, but you know, yeah, a lot of people was blind to his work and his craft and stuff. But you know, it's sad that he had to go out like that, but the people that was in tune with his stuff, like, it wasn't no question that he was great.
Of course, and that's why I said, like, I saw that you've been talking about him for
Yeah,
years now.
yeah.
Damn, I wonder how that him hit you, especially you being an
that
artist.
set me down for like 5 days. I wasn't answering the phone like that. I was mad at people that was mad at me for not answering the phone. I wanted to say, do you know who the fuck died 5 days ago, 3 days ago, yesterday? But, you know, it ain't affect everybody like that, but it definitely hit me hard.
Right. But did that give you some sense of, you know, not that he had a past, of course, but does it give you some sense of kind of
motivation?
I don't even want to say
motivation. Yeah, it did, definitely. No, it definitely motivated. Yeah, the responsibility and his mom talking definitely gave me motivation. Like when I seen how good she took it, you know, and then when his brother talked, and then one of his homies said, man, I just want everybody out there to know that Nip will want y'all to keep on y'all journey. Right. That's the last thing I heard. I seen an interview, and he was like, yeah, man, I just want y'all to know that Nip wants y'all to stay on y'all journey, don't give up. And that's what I just got up and came to the store. I opened my store up, like, yeah, it's time to go to work, you know. Because his mom took it so good, so like, she was so strong and stuff, and that made me say, wow, I want to be, I want to go harder and really be, I will hope my family take it how his family took it, you know, that's what I was thinking.
I can only imagine, and like I said, I mean, at the very beginning of this conversation, I said, anytime Miami music comes up, your name comes up.
Yeah.
So there in itself, I feel like you already have.
Another thing I feel like that, the reason that, because, you know, I stayed true to my sound all the way through, up until now. Like, everybody used to tell me Miami music is not mainstream, or the people won't accept Miami music, and this. I did the demographics from Key West to the Panhandle, Pensacola, Florida, all the way up to the tip top. You know how many people that is? So if I make music that all these people relate to, and I can get all these people on one accord streaming my music, why can't I get filthy rich off that? Not thinking small, but that's how West Coast artists think. West Coast artists didn't give a fuck about who else listened to their music. As long as they get their state and their region on board and supporting and buying their music and buying their merch, they understood that they could get enough money to take their movement worldwide. And that's still what I'm trying to accomplish. If I could get my merch, my music, my short films all on one accord, of course people outside of Florida and people outside of Georgia gonna cling to it eventually, but if I get all those people on one accord and support my shit, I know I'm gonna build up enough capital to go worldwide eventually.
Absolutely, you know? No, doing good. I almost think that sometimes it's harder for an artist to get respect in their city because people feel that they see you all the time and I take you seriously.
Yeah.
So I almost feel like sometimes it's harder.
I won't say it's harder. It's just people want to be stars all the time. Like you seen Nipsey, even how he passed, man. But he was just out there. You know what I mean? He wasn't like, I see Miami artists there, like they try to like be a celebrity to they hood. Like you can't be a celebrity to people that you already met and people you already know. Save that shit for when you go out of town and bring the to make the movie with the people from outside. Don't try to stunt on us. You know what I mean? So once you realize that people not gonna just kiss your feet every time you step foot out in Miami, you'll be cool. Like, don't look for the star treatment in your hometown.
Right.
Don't even look for it. You feel me?
We remember you from
Yeah,
kindergarten.
yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, bro, we know you. You fought with my brother, bro. You played football. My brother was better than you on Little League. Like, you know what I mean? You can't look for star treatment in your hood. You know, so.
Yeah, makes sense.
Once you realize that, you'll be good. And, you know, when I go to that Atlanta, they treat me like a star. Oh shit, bro, what's up? They going crazy. But I ain't looking for that in Miami, even though I get it, but I'm not looking for it in Miami, you know.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I want to get your intake on, because you have been in the game so long, how social media has affected the music scene. Do you think that, obviously I think it's a plus because you can get your music out there, you know, to across the world. But I personally think that it's put a lot of people on that necessarily shouldn't be on.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say shouldn't be on, because the people that's getting on, evidently they did something right.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But is it just a hype, or is it, because I feel
most of it is hype.
Yeah.
Most of it is hype. But if you learn how to utilize social media, well, you can look at it from two different point of views. See, the point of view that I care about it the most is actually using the tool, social media. Like, if you look at my Instagram page, it's all work. You know, rarely you will see like just a random picture of me trying to show my outfit off. But it's like a video, cover art, then you might have a picture. I'm not like really trying to sell a lifestyle all the way through it, because I'm trying to break it down in the layman's terms. I'm saying, like, some people trying to sell the person opposed to trying to sell their craft. Like, just because you make money as a rap artist, that don't mean every post should be about the money you make off of rap music. It should be rap music.
Right.
You feel me? And then the other side of it is that people just get caught up into it, like too much into it. You gotta just utilize it as a tool to, like I say, push your music. But if you get caught up into just buying every shoe just to post up on your Instagram, you might forget that you're a rap artist, bro. Mm-hmm. Post up your music, post up your stuff. Don't post, I don't want to see what shoes you got.
Right.
You're a great artist, you got nice shoes. Cool.
Right.
But I don't care about your shoes.
Right.
I want the music. You know, I want to see the behind the scenes of what you do to make your music through social media. I want to see the behind the scenes at your video shoots. You know, I don't care about your dog. I don't care about your kids. Hate to sound crazy, but I'm talking as a fan, like as a real fan from England, London, England. I'm following this my favorite rapper. I don't really care about too much of the personal stuff you got going on. Feed me music, bro. And that'll be my advice for all these rappers. And then the other side of it that I really don't care too much about is the viral shit, the goofy acting shit, the sensation shit. It is what it is, you know. I don't really keep up with those guys. Like, it be people that, hey, you never heard of Sally Sue? Like, nah, I never heard of them. You ever heard of JoJo Smojo? Nah, I never heard of them. And people be like, I'm like out the loop because I haven't heard of the latest guy who just like, you know, I don't want to say the wrong word, but you know, the clowns of the game, the court gestures of the game. You know, we got a lot of these people get created every day, clowns.
Exactly.
I ain't really into watching circuses.
Yeah, no, and I agree with that, and that's what I meant, that people that don't necessarily, that they shouldn't be on there, because I feel back in the day before social media, if you were a big thing, 9 times out of 10 you were actually talented. Yeah. Now you don't have to be talented to be a big star.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, a clown. We had popular clowns back in the day. Mm-hmm. Think about it. We had Homie Don't Play That. Homie Don't Play That. Dude used to walk around with the sock, hit people.
I mean more so artists. Okay, like rappers, they come out with the
No, but what it is, okay, no, but look. This is what it is with that. These guys will do some sensational viral shit, you know, slapping their grandma or something, and then try to put out a rap song and expect for them, their rap career to take off. And it's people that actually listen to it. But like, you can't fool me. Even Nip, not to keep bringing Nip up, but he said like, when the 6ix9ine shit was going on, and he said, I blame y'all for entertaining the dumb shit, the bullshit, you know? You know, that should have faded away.
Yeah, people
A person like me, I don't even pay attention to that type, to those type of people, you know?
Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Nothing anyway. So, anyways, I know that we are here. The whole reason for this weekend is about Rolling Loud. You're gonna be performing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is this is not your first time, or is it?
Yes, it's my first time even going. My first time being a part of it. You know, I'm proud to be on it. You know, I feel like it's a big move. Yeah, it's a big move for me. And I feel like I worked hard for it. You know, when you kiss ass, we just picked our artist passes up, and I seen this guy just running up to the thing like, hey, oh man, such and such name ain't on the list. Nah, man, he's a big artist, man. I guess he's one of his homeboys trying to finesse some passes. Like, nah, he just did a show last night, man. Look, he packed it out. You know, I ain't never take those tactics to get on the show. I think I got picked really because of my hard work, you know.
Absolutely.
And before I was kind of disgruntled about not being on it, you know, because this is 5th year. So the first 4 years, every year I'm like, oh, they ain't picked me, you know. But I realized it was all about stats, you know, YouTube statistics, streaming, you know, social media, all that stuff play a part, but mainly like YouTube and streaming. You know, that's how they really determine if they want you to be on it.
So did that sway you to go hard on it?
Oh yeah. Actually what really happened was I had made like a fuss on social media, and all my fans was hitting up the owners of Rolling Loud like mad and shit. And the owner of Rolling Loud hit one of the guys on my management team and said, man, we've been watching Berg for the last year, but just tell him just come out the right way, man, between now and next year. And he almost solidified. And he gave us a great time. So he gave us 8 o'clock on Saturday night. Saturday night is the best night. 8 o'clock is like prime time almost. So
good for you.
You know,
well, congratulations.
Hard work and dedication.
Congratulations. Are you gonna be performing any of the new music?
I'm gonna perform the new single I just put out, and I'm also perform a couple new ones, but I'm gonna definitely hit them with the classics back to back.
Definitely. We're looking forward to
that.
Can you let everybody know where they can find your new project once it drops, and any music you already have out?
Yeah, just type in Ice Billion Berg on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube, everywhere. You know, it's on every streaming, every music platform, Pandora. You just gotta make sure you type in Ice Billion Berg instead of just Iceberg, and all my new stuff will pop up. All my stuff will pop up, brother. Everything.
Got a lot of stuff.
A lot of shit, whole lot of stuff.
And just before we part, again, because once again, you've been around for a while now, any words, and not, you know, the typical don't give up, but something that you could really give to aspiring artists or even just anybody trying to be an entrepreneur, you know, what?
I'd say just be yourself, especially if you want to be in this thing for a long time. Be yourself. You know, it's only so long you can act like someone else. And just be yourself. And if being yourself don't work, then I hate to sound so harsh, but rap music may not be for you, because rap music is all about, especially now, people can see through your persona and everything from social media. So I feel like, you know, just be yourself, and people will really relate to it if it's relatable.
Right.
If it's relatable, the people that hear it gonna instantly relate to it.
Right.
So I just say, just be yourself.
I like it. Well, thank you again for having us at Live House.
Thank you for having me.
Experience. Make sure that you're following Billion Berg. Make sure you're following DTLR, and make sure you're following me, Robin the Heart.
100.